A highway work zone is a dangerous place. Construction and maintenance workers put their lives on the line every day, often working just an arm length away from traffic moving 50 to 60 miles an hour. Signs are put up, cones are placed, and flaggers direct traffic, but highway workers live with the knowledge that death and injury could be a heartbeat away.
To be honest, sometimes it's scary, but all of our guys pretty much know what they're doing, and we try to watch out for each other.
If you're out on the road, you better be watching out, because they're not. You know, too many of them are not. And they will run through just as fast as they can go.
They don't see you half the time out there. You can have signs up. I've had several close calls, and they don't see you.
Minivan hit our crash attenuator, shot across the median, across westbound traffic, into the field out north of the interstate. When we finally got up to the driver, he just said he wasn't paying attention. We had all our lights going, but he just said he wasn't paying attention.
Patching is probably about the worst, and I've had him come around the shoulder on me, and the guys blow the air horn, and I've got to jump out of the way.
There's always vehicles that are going in and out in between us and come screeching up behind the striper, I mean within 4 feet.
You gotta have your head on the swivel all the time because you don't know what's gonna happen.
You know, you got a lot of stuff moving around, you got vehicles coming by you. If you're not on your toes, you can get hurt. I mean, seriously hurt.
I've had plenty of close calls. I had one that a guy actually hit me out on the work zone.
I was called in by my area supervisor to help or to assist highway patrol with traffic control. They were working a really bad accident at the intersection of I-35 and 635. So I set up my truck, had the flashing arrow on the attenuator flashing, had the ramp coned off and everything, and I was flagging traffic. Well, I noticed headlights coming at me and noticed that those set of headlights weren't getting over like traffic had been doing. So I continued to flag and flag them over, and I noticed I kept getting closer and closer and closer. Well, at a certain point, I decided, told myself that this vehicle wasn't going to get over. So I basically just jumped out of the way, dove out of the way towards the truck, and as I was in mid-flight, I guess you could say, this vehicle came right through the cones, and as my legs were stretched out, his passenger side front fender clipped my legs and kind of spun me around and then dropped me down on the ground. I just ended up with bumps and bruises, no broken bones or anything, a couple of scrapes here and there, but that was it. I was really, really lucky.
During my time on Kansas highways, I have worked many crashes that could have been prevented, including some in Kansas work zones. Orange means work zone. When you encounter a work zone, watch for the cones, the barrels, and the signs, and especially the highway workers out doing their jobs. Be alert, minimize distractions such as cell phones or eating, and always be aware of your surroundings. Be patient, reduce speed if necessary. Be courteous. It is important to think safety at all times, because a tragedy can happen in a split second.
I got the phone call that one of our guys had been hit. And when I got out there, the helicopter was out there. So then you kind of get the realization of something serious is going on. So then you come out there and you go walking around the corner, and then you look down and all you see are 2 white blankets. So then it kind of hits you what really just happened.
My son, Scott McDonald, who I refer to as Scotty, was killed June the 1st, 2005 on Highway 75 north of Topeka. He was working for KDOT, And on that particular morning, it's my understanding that he was working with one other person and they were collecting trash, and he happened to be the person outside of the truck collecting. I just remember my husband kind of coming forward and saying to me, "It's Scotty, he's gone." And I just looked at him like, what are you talking about? I mean, the last time I'd seen him was less than 12 hours before, and he was perfectly healthy, happy young man. I was so numb for so long. I mean, it's been a little over 3 years now. And there are still times that I really cannot believe that my son is dead. I cannot believe that he won't be walking through the door. Pay attention to what you're doing and realize that your own life and other people's lives depend on it, and that you can't bring people back. When they're dead, they're dead.
It's hard at times because you're trying to concentrate on the traffic and your job and the surroundings on the job. So you're looking at the safety inside the work zone and also the safety outside of the work zone for the public and the employees. Slow down going through a work zone, because I have children at home and I have grandchildren, and I want to go home every night to see them along with everybody else in the shop.
We're out there to help them make the road safer for them, and if they'd just be a little more considerate and make it a little safer for us too.
Just try to understand that 15 minutes isn't going to make or break a day. You know, it's not worth a life to try to get there a little bit faster, so keep that in mind.
I wish there was something really profound that we could tell people, but I just don't think people have an appreciation for the lives that are out there. Everyone wants good roads. They want to be able to travel through effortlessly as they go across the state, but they just need to realize that these workers are important. Just too many lives on the line out there.